So, well, that's why I said that, when you think about it, like everybody does a cost benefit analysis. It's just the sheet look different. Like if you are saying that they need to have a knowledge of self in order for them to actually do a true cost benefit analysis, I mean, that just means you got a better analysis than the person who don't know themselves. But they are weighing the cost of, hey, if I don't marry this person, what's going to happen? It's just that the sheet isn't that good.
HD, earlier you were saying you thought you would miss out on a person. Do you think you would you would label that as maybe a lack of abundance mindset at that time?
Of course, because the thing is, um, I've never been a very super datey person as far as wanting to be with a whole bunch of women. That's never been
Mhm.
my thing. I'm usually a one woman kind of guy. It wasn't until I got divorced until I've like expanded because I've met a number of fantastic women. And it's like it kind of makes me sad that, the way that we're taught, you can only take care of one. That if I meet 10 fantastic girls and I can only take care of one, but they're all deserving, I mean, I'm kinda because I'm the type of person that I'm loyal to a fault to certain things because of like, if you look out for me in a certain type of way, that's to be respected. I'm not about to let you do certain things if I feel like I'm taking advantage of you. Because listen, the reality is, if you let people walk all over you, they gonna do it. Same thing, taking advantage. They gonna take advantage of you. But it's just like to me, like I've always been the type of person like I'm not here to do a whole bunch of stuff. I don't need a whole bunch of stuff. You make sure I'm fed. You make sure I ain't got to do a whole bunch of stuff at the house. I don't care. Like I'm if you want to go and you want to be a millionaire, fine, whatever. That don't mean that I'm going to want to be a millionaire. I'm gonna do this and the third. Now, granted, there is a little bit of competition mindset in me because it's just like what you're not about to do is make it seem like I'm some sort of scrub. So I do have a little bit of a growth mindset to a degree, but it's not because I needed to compete. I needed to basically be like, I can take care of the things that I'm responsible for. Reason why I want to make more money in life is so that I can take care of my responsibilities. And that when I want to go and teach and I don't want to work for this Negro and I don't want to do this, I got the option to do that because all I want to do is teach. I want to teach percussion. I want to teach, people how to do stuff that they don't know how to do, like fixing a wall or, doing stuff because you find out that a lot of stuff is really simple and that people are like inches away from some of the best things in their life or being able to accomplish things they never knew. Just you just need to move over just a little bit, right? And it's
Mhm.
just like that's where I find my purpose and passion. Now, granted, teaching doesn't necessarily always give you the most money, right? And I recognize that. So because I recognize that, I make adjustments and I'd be like, I need to make money so that I can do the things that I want to do in the future, which is not deal with all these other people.
Did anybody else have anything to add?
I do something very, very, very,
Thank you,
very,
Trey.
very, very, very small and very, very, very quick. Inaz, I am glad you are here. The reason I am glad you are here, so I could tell you personally, in front of God and everybody, thank you. The advice you gave me back in November. So now I am actually the full time lead for the entire East Coast and international. So, Inaz,
Congratulations.
thank you. Great advice.
Her cash app is no, I'm just
Ah,
joking.
we
Right.
don't have Cash App in Canada. Um, no, I appreciate that, AP, and congratulations. I'm proud of you. I did want to circle back to what Shan said about happiness being fickle. Um, because I've been thinking about this and I hear that so often, but after Marcus was talking about that knowledge of self and the way that annoying people are that much more annoying when you're hungry. I don't think happiness is that fickle. I think when you don't know yourself or you're lacking, you allow turmoil or challenges to really just consume your life instead of just segregating it to like a frustration in its particular allotment. I don't think happiness is as fleeting as people online make it out to be. Because, like, we've all seen those people where, like, you just can't get under their skin. They're just happy-go-lucky all the time. But Marcus is one of them, right? Like, you can't, he's not bothered. And I think that people like that stay in a perpetual state of happiness. And if ever there is something that steers them away from that, it's relegated to that one corner of frustration, and that's it.
I can agree. So let's go back to this is a good question. I thought we were hit on it. Oh, go ahead, mistaken.
Okay, I was just gonna ask, is that the difference between peace? I think happiness and peace is different, right? Because I think peace is the perpetual state that you're talking about, Inaz, where I do think happiness is kind of just like the another emotion of like being sad. You can be sad for a period of time and then stop. That doesn't mean you maintain being sad. It's just, you're existing. I think peace is what you were talking about, where that is a perpetual state of, like how you said, Marcus, like, he's happy-go-lucky or whatever. That's the way that he presents, in the sense of not saying that he's not going through things, because he could still present happy-go-lucky, but issues still going on, but you just won't see it. So I think that that's more of a level of peace. I'm not going to let whatever's going on, deter me from myself, my sense of peace. I remember just kind of reading a little bit about trying to look at the difference between peace, happiness, and content. And that's why, like, and that was one of the things, that peace is a deeper level than what happiness is, because peace is something that is, more.
So I agree with you, because peace is this constant state where, regardless of the circumstances, you accept what exists. You're not fighting against it. And that goes for positive experiences as well as negative experiences, right? That is peace. When I'm talking about happiness being being in a constant state of happiness, it's that if I'm a happy-go-lucky person and something happens at work and I get frustrated, I'm not taking it out on my friends. I'm not taking it out on my family. I'm not taking it out on my partner. I'm not taking it out on my children. I can vocalize that this is where my frustration is and isolate it to it just being work. Whereas there are people out there, when something frustrating happens at work, they come home in a bad mood, and now everybody has to be in a bad mood as a result of their bad mood. It becomes consuming instead of isolated. And I think because so many people don't know themselves or are not disciplined with themselves enough, they allow the emotions to rule them instead of them ruling the emotions. That was the kind of the point I was getting at. I don't think happiness is as fickle as people make it out to be, because they don't have that discipline of self.
Okay.